we are going live. Come on, Zoom, work this time, baby. Link the Facebook and the Zoom into one.
Movie is now streaming live on Facebook. That's what it says.
Okay, here we go. And we are good to go. All right. All right, so let's give it 1 or 2 minutes, Deb. I want to make sure some of our Facebook peeps can jump on. Facebook peeps, what's up? My Zoom peeps, what is up? Jump on, jump in. Come with the questions because we're talking all things food logging. All things food logging. All food logging all the time, baby. Facebook peep chat. Okay, we got one Facebook Live. Might be you.
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
Probably watching myself.
Okay, we got two. All right, let's start. So, the world of food logging, probably the most preached component of our fitness-related tasks for you, and probably the most underutilized by you. And that, believe it or not, is completely normal. Our goal today is to dive in exactly why the hell it is so important, why we have you do it, why it works, and why we will forever, till the end of days, bug the shit out of you to remind you to do this simple, super simple, effective task. All right, Diane, let's start. What the hell is food logging anyway? What are we doing?
We're tracking calories. We're tracking your intake of whatever you're eating. And if you're not tracking it, you just don't know. You just don't know. I said this to somebody yesterday. I said, if you really want to hit the goals that you've set out to, weight loss, body fat loss wise, you are not going to do it unless you're logging your food. It's not happening.
It's absolutely not going to happen. And really what we're hoping for everyone is to build calorie awareness, protein awareness. Calories add up very fast. And if you don't know, you don't know, neighbor. So here are some 3 crazy facts about calorie awareness. Number 1 is only one out of every 10 Americans know how many calories they need to consume to maintain their current weight. That's 10%. And trust me, we all fall into that. So nobody knows. Number 2, on average, people think they eat 20 to 30% of what they're actually consuming. So think of it this way. If you think you're eating 300 calories, it's probably 1,000. That's the crazy statistics. Last one here. And again, calories, it's all about awareness. In some of the biggest studies about calorie logging and tracking out there, over 2,000 calories in most studies were never recorded per day. So some people are underestimating their calories by 2,000. By 2,000. And again, these are based on 10,000 person studies. These are the real deal numbers, my friends. So though we think we know, we don't know. And I'll even challenge us. If you are an avid food logger, you've done this for a long time, you think you got it, you don't. Because grabbing a handful of pretzels, a few chocolate chip morsels, having an extra bit of cheese on that taco, it adds up very, very quickly. Before you know it, you're 2,000 calories above and you're asking yourself, oh, how come I'm not losing weight? And everyone is looking for a trick. There are well over 20,000 diets worldwide on the market, 20,000 diets. They all vary from macros to the types of food you can eat. But it all boils down to one thing, Diane. What is it?
Calories in, calories out.
If you are losing weight or fat on a diet, you're consuming less calories. So I can't stress how important the calorie awareness is, but when it comes to any cosmetic fat loss goal, it is always thermodynamics. It is always, the hierarchy is always calories in, calories out. So saying that, Diane, why should I food log consistently?
Well, based on the numbers that we just said, if you're not, you're never going to see a result, because if 30% is not even recorded and 2,000 isn't even logged, you'll never see it. You'll probably eventually see weight gain. So you need to see in black and white what you're taking in every single day. If you see the number, it's going to help you. It's going to help you make better choices. It's going to help you figure out different things to eat to keep you fuller, and it's going to keep you from eating the bad things that you know are going to put you over where you should be.
One of the best strategies we've used here forever is when most people start a nutrition plan. I would say the first 2 or 3 weeks, everyone's all fired up, they're excited, everybody loses a lot of weight. Then what happens is people start to get a little frisky, they get a little swag, they start thinking they deserve a treat, all these weird things, and then they're like, Diane, Joe, Frank, I don't know what's going on. The fact that you logged your food the previous 3 weeks is great because we can always say, I want you to go back to week 1, reread it, and do exactly that. Do that shit. And miraculously, when you look back, there were things that you weren't doing. You weren't maybe having a late night snack. You weren't eating more, that you were logging your food consistently. Maybe you were eating 6 ounces instead of 8 ounces. All these little good habits that you were practicing in week 1, they're there in black and white. You did it and it fucking worked. I can't tell you how many people tell me, oh, I'm doing the same thing I was doing before. Obviously you're not. Shit. I mean, I wish, listen, I know your mommy and daddy told you were special. To them, you are really special and you're different. You're not. Everyone's the same when it comes to calories in, calories out. You got a fat pet, feed it less, that pet will get smaller. When your dog or cat gets fat, you bring it to the vet says it's eating too much. Guys, this is like simple type shit. You deprive a plant of water and sunlight, it will dwindle away and get smaller. Everything abides by energy out. So calories in, calories out, super important. That's why we need to know when you have to log it. It's good practice. Now, Diane, what about people who will say, yeah, but logging my food is just so damn hard. It takes too much time. What would you say to this individual who says this?
I would say that it's worth the actual 2 to 3 minutes that it takes. It's not time consuming.
It only takes 2 to 3 minutes?
Literally, less than 5 minutes a day.
Wow.
If you're a consistent food logger, it's really less than 5 minutes a day because you're going to be logging a lot of the same things. Your food log saves it. You click a button, and it's not difficult. No one wants to do it. I'm not saying it's a fun activity,
right,
but it's something that has to be done if you want that desired result.
Well, I would even say, and I use this analogy a lot, when it comes to brushing your teeth, I don't think everybody jumps out of bed in the morning and goes, you know what, I just can't wait to floss.
Right, exactly.
I can't wait to brush my teeth. Woohoo! The ends justify the means.
Yes.
So please invest in the 2 or 3 minutes per day. And trust me, my favorite saying, the juice is worth the squeeze. 2 to 3 minutes is a small price to pay for success. What about someone who says, I'm just not good with technology. I just la.
I mean, most apps are so simple that anybody could do it. My grandmother could do it. That being said, I mean, if worse comes to worse, you could write it down on a piece of paper.
Write that shit down.
Write it down on a piece of paper. The thing is, it has to be in black and white. It has to be somewhere that you can see it. You can't just like, oh, I'll remember this, oh, I'll remember that, because you won't.
Shit, it's got to be consistent. And again, like anything in life that you want to get good at, Deb, you want to get good at playing the guitar, you got to practice. You got to practice every day. Even if it's a little bit, you got to practice, be consistent. Practicing once a week doesn't do anything. You're going to suck forever. But also, you'll suck. It's like taking a multivitamin. You can't take it once every other day, once a week. It does nothing. It's like exercising. You only work out once a week. It's really not going to do much. You start increasing consistently. Same thing with dieting, logging your food. If you want to get good at anything, you got to make it a habit. And once it's a habit, it's really part of your DNA. Where I hope most people, like for me, when it comes to just like brushing my teeth, I do it now because I've done it for so long that it would be weird if I didn't do it.
Right.
It's almost like that's where working out has come to you and I, or most people who enjoy working out, is you do it so often that
you don't even really think about it anymore.
It's almost like it has to get done.
Yes,
and if you don't do it, it's up. So there is some upfront work. And again, I'll use the guitar analogy, Deb. When you first start playing the guitar, it is painful. Your fingertips might hurt. It's annoying, sucks, cramping on the hands. But once you get over that hump, smooth sailing, baby.
Yep.
So Diane, who is food journaling for? What type of person could benefit from food journaling?
Honestly, anybody, no matter what your goal or desired result is everybody could benefit from food logging. Everybody should have an idea of what they're taking in every single day. I would say the people who use it the most are people who are looking for weight loss or body fat loss.
Right. I would say anybody with a goal.
Yeah.
Listen, if you don't have a goal, I mean, it doesn't really matter because you're not really going anywhere. There's no place on the map where you want to navigate towards. You're not being held accountable. But once you have a goal, you have to put these goals down. We've been talking about goal setting all week, everyone. This is one component of goal setting. You write it down, and you need someone to hold you accountable to it. Someone who you can trust, someone who is non-judgmental. That, everyone, is why we use Chronometer. Number one is it has to be accurate, so we can hold you accountable. So Chronometer is very accurate. MyFitnessPal is easy to use. The problem is it's not accurate. And the Chronometer app allows us, your champions, to go on the back end and make sure that you're doing everything you said you would do. You're consistent, but more importantly, leave you awesome little notes, personalized notes, which we love doing. So Diane, how would I food log? How's the average? Give me an idea of how I would even go about it. Where do I start?
Well, if you're whatever app you're using, you're going to start there.
Like the Chronometer app.
Right, the Chronometer app is the best app. It really is, and we've used a few different ones.
We used everyone.
It's basically just as simple as just typing in what you're eating. You really do need to have some accuracy to it, so you need to know amounts, look at labels, weigh your food, and then enter it in. Chances are you're going to be eating the same thing. Once you eat something, it's saved in there. If you go to eat it again, you don't have to ever look it up again. You're just going to add it in. It's so simple. It's a click of a button. It might take a day or two of setting up a library or of your most eaten foods. But after that, it's simple.
Totally. So the app, very easy to use. We have a video tutorial on this that I will post in this thread. I want you to look at it, go over it. Very important, guys. When it comes to my calories, Diane, if I don't have a scale, should I overestimate my calories or should I underestimate my calories?
Overestimate. Always overestimate.
Now, should I include my exercising into my food logging app because it allows me to eat more calories?
Absolutely not.
Why
it's
is that?
So inaccurate. There's just no way of knowing exactly what you burn. If you went by, say, your MyZone belt, and we love MyZone, but everybody knows that little flame of what you have burned during that workout, it's just not accurate. But you know what? People respond to numbers. It's motivating. So that gives you something. The problem is if you add that back in, you really won't be in a deficit because you're not burning that much.
I know this is old Weight Watchers type philosophy where they say if you exercise, you get more points, you get more calories. I'm sorry, that is a recipe for not seeing results, especially when it comes to fat loss. You can't give yourself credit for exercising. You can't reward yourself with more food just because you exercise. Stick to the plan. Stick to your calories. Stick to your protein, because it's almost telling you without saying, hey, the more you exercise, the more you can eat. And we all know that's complete utter bullshit. I wish that were true, because I would love to just work out 2 hours a day and do whatever the hell I wanted. But as everyone knows, that's not the case. That's never going to work.
It's never going to work, but people are still going to try. They will still try to do it.
So there's no such thing as giving yourself more calories for exercising more. Don't go down that road.
Definitely shouldn't be working out to try to make up for something bad you've eaten or plan on eating.
So Diane, do I have to log my food for the rest of my life?
Probably not a bad idea. I mean, we preach this stuff. I log my food every single day.
Guys, as long as you have a goal.
Every single day.
As long as you have a goal, listen, if you're in a pretty good habit, you wake up, you have your black cup of coffee, a little bit of that I can't think of the name of it, the Carnation, Coffee Mate, chocolate coffee mate in your coffee creamer. You wake up, you have some of that. You work out, you have your shake afterwards. For lunch, you have a salad with protein, and you do that consistently all the time. 4 weeks in, if you log in the same stuff and you don't have a goal, you're good, listen, you're good. I think you know what you're
Mhm.
eating, but when you do have a goal in mind, when you feel yourself moving in a direction you don't want to, or you have a new goal cosmetically, you gotta start putting the pen to paper or thumb to iPad or phone and start logging.
It's a good reality check.
The craziest statistic about food logging is this: 50%, you have a 50% greater chance of succeeding, whether your goal is fat loss or muscle gain or anything, when it comes to food logging. Why would you not do that? I tell people it's almost like an omega-3. It almost reduces your risk of heart disease in some studies up to 50%. Why would you not take that? I mean, that's the number one killer is heart disease. Shit. Just do it. I don't care. Just do it. Hey, Alberto.
Hey, how are you?
So food logging, and again, here's one of the most diligent people with food logging I've ever met is Alberto. Alberto is a food logging ninja.
He is.
Yeah, I actually, believe it or not, if you see Al in the gym, Al is pretty fit. He looks good. He's trim. But I remember Al when he was fat, and yeah, and really those days are over, man. I think you might have lost upwards of 70, 80, 100 pounds. Good for you. But also Al food logged. That's what it was. He didn't do anything crazy. Yeah. Whoa. Okay. 62. He didn't do anything crazy. He just food logged consistently all the time.
Yep.
But food logging, I would challenge everybody in this thread. Look at the tutorial Diane put together. It's short. It literally is so easy. You don't have to put all the tiny nutrients and macros in. Just keep it simple.
Mhm.
The most important part, Diane, of food logging that we're looking for is what?
Calories and protein.
Calories and protein. But I'll go one step above that. Are you doing it?
Yeah.
I'll be honest. When I look at food logs, the most important thing we look at is when we're looking down the chronometer.
I look at the date to
Okay,
see
the date.
who has logged today.
So in our back end, we have all of our members. We have a huge list of all of our members, and the people who logged their food most recently show up first, and it tells us the last time you logged in, so we know. So we look at all of those, and then at the bottom, I'll see people missed a few days, which is fine, but I don't care if you were even perfect on those days. I'm looking at the people who are most recent, who log every single day. So I'll click on it and I'll look at it. It might say chocolate chip muffin. It might say Nestle Quick. It might say cheesecake. I don't even give a shit. This person is living in reality. This person is living in honesty. They know what's going on. So if I were to say, if you were to ask me, hey Frank, how come I don't lose any weight? Hey Deb, you ate a whole cheesecake. And you know.
Right.
Well, the beautiful thing about that is you wouldn't even ask me because you know. So the most important thing we look at as your coaches is, are you consistent? Are you current? So super important. Then we start diving into, okay, what types of food are you eating? Okay, we look at that. Then are they accurate? How's your protein? That is where our brain comes from. And just so everyone's clear, you can never be ashamed or embarrassed. I don't think those of you who are on the chronometer app with us, the messages you get from us, we're never saying, what the hell are you doing? I can't believe you ate that. No, if you want to see results, you can't eat like that. Nobody likes that shit. It's all uplifting stuff because we know it's a battle. We know we're on this journey together. And our goal is not to make you feel bad, it's to make you feel good, because we know what making you feel bad does. It makes you eat like an asshole. And we don't want you eating like an ass. We eat our feelings. So our goal is always taking the high road. And listen, we know this is difficult. This would be the most difficult thing you ever do, especially now being locked in your homes with the fridge within arm's length, with John Scanlon bringing you some sandwiches at lunch. I mean, must be nice. Any questions? Guys,
yes.
any questions? Shoot
Yeah,
them.
shoot us questions. So Katie Johnson said she's obviously doing a lot more home cooking right now, but any tips for logging takeout or restaurant meals?
Overestimate.
Double.
Totally.
Overestimate by double.
Double. I would say for most of us, if you're doing takeout, it's easily going to be 1,500 calories or 2,000. Just I would say, in your mind, just tell yourself, well, but Ferg, you're going to sell and the meat was on the side. I don't care. Give yourself 1,500 calories just to be safe, because you don't know. You don't know what they're cooking in. Well, I know the chef. I told him to only use, no oil. Shut up. Just trust me. Trust me. Don't get cute. Don't be a cutie pie. What I'm asking you to do is just follow these simple directions. If you're eating out, give yourself 1,500 damn calories.
Yep.
On the low. I'll be honest, sometimes it's as high as 3,000. You better look out. You better watch out.
It is. It's tough. It's tough for sure.
So I would say if you have a real serious goal, do your best to limit eating out as much as possible. If you're gonna do it once a week. That's will set you free.
Yep.
Save you a lot of money too.
I know one reason, just personally, that I food log is honestly it just keeps me accountable. It keeps me on track overall. But I track as much to just make sure I'm getting my protein in for any if for any other reason but that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's so important, and we know as we age how important getting our protein in every day. If you're not logging it, I guarantee you're not hitting it.
Guarantee it is.
Guarantee it. Even if you do a double scoop shake a day, if you're not logging your food, you'll still fall short of protein.
Di, can you talk about one of the practices a lot of our Successful members do is they actually log their food the night before for the
Yes.
following day. Can you talk to
Yeah,
that, please?
pre-logging is a great idea because then everything is also planned out before time. So you're never like guessing or trying to make up at the end of the day, like hitting your protein or trying to figure out what you're going to eat because it's already figured out the day before. If you're really looking at mastering nutrition, you're not going to have a lot of variables in your diet. You're going to eat kind of the same things on a regular basis. Your options are going to be one of 2 or 3 different things. So that's super easy as far as logging it because it'll be pre-logged and just pick the night before. What am I going to eat? Log everything and then stick to
The plan.
exactly.
Stick to the plan.
You've got to stick to the plan.
Variety is the enemy of fat loss.
And if you go off the plan, still log it.
Yeah, you can't be, in the line at Panera Bread waiting to order and logging your food. That's just not going to work. You have to have a plan. You have to know where you're going with it, how many calories you're going to have for lunch, how you're going to hit your protein, what your next meal going to look like. Just set yourself up for success so it's easy, my friends.
Yep.
What we got for questions, guys? Anything? Food logging, very important. This isn't rocket science. The first single most important thing when it comes to logging your food is we're trying to stay under calorie. Di, can I go too low calorie-wise?
Well, you're going to fall short of protein if you go too low. I mean, I would say that it's important to get your protein and as low as you can go to get there. That's what I would aim for. You can go without eating.
To be honest, everyone,
You're not going to die.
as long as you're hitting your protein, you're probably, and those calories, of course, will count. You can go as low as like 400, 500 calories. If you're hitting your protein, it's going to be really hard to sustain that energy-wise, focus-wise, emotionally. But in terms of sheer results, you'll be fine.
Right.
But what if I go into starvation mode? Yeah, I want you to go into starvation mode. Because if you ever seen someone that was starving, they start losing a lot of weight really fast. That's what I want from you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I go into starvation mode and my body starts making me gain weight. What is that? Guys, stop it with that shit.
I've still yet to figure that one out.
Like, honestly, it gives me like an aneurysm thinking about that.
The funny thing is I've never seen anyone on Survivor get fat over the 31 days that they're not eating or gaining.
Never.
I'm just saying.
I've never seen.
Now, are we telling you guys right now to eat 400 calories a day? No.
No, but if it happens, you're good.
But if you had a day where you were so busy and you really didn't eat much, maybe you ate one meal, move on to the next day.
Have any of you ever been sick? You had strep throat, maybe you had the flu. I don't know. Hell, maybe you had the coronavirus. I don't know. And you're just in bed all day, and you no appetite. You don't eat. You don't come out of it fatter. You lose weight. Yes, you lose a lot of muscle because your ass didn't work out and your protein was probably in the basement. But that's the facts. Is you probably can't go too low. One day of that isn't going to kill you. And again, I think we've all tried fasting too. It's pretty powerful. Nobody loses muscle as long as you're eating your protein, as long as you're exercising. And nobody loses muscle in a day. So, can I eat too much protein, Diane?
No, honestly.
Unless you go over your calories.
Yeah, exactly.
So
your protein can be as high as you want.
So we say try.
1 gram.
1.5. In a perfect world, 1 gram per 1 pound of lean body mass. In a perfect world. If you're just one of those people that this is so out of your element, get as close as humanly possible to that 1 gram per 1 pound, as long as you're under calorie. If you happen to go over, let's just say you're 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, and you're still under calorie, home run. Nothing bad will happen to you. Actually, you will see more results. Protein is anabolic. It is the building blocks of life. You'll be fine. There's always this one or two people in a crowd that will say, yeah, but what about my kidneys or my liver? I heard it's bad. If you have a pre-existing kidney disorder or liver disorder and your doctor told you about it, then again, listen to your doctor. But if you're not that person, you're good. You're completely good. There was this old research from like the 70s that said eating too much protein is bad for you. That's a myth. That's a lie. Protein is king. Hey, by the way, everyone, just so you know, starting right now, if I said never eat another carbohydrate again in your life, you'll be good. I mean, you'll survive. If I said never eat another gram of protein again, you're dead. You can't live without protein. That's how important protein is. You will die.
Alberto just said, and I'm just gonna expand on this a little bit. Consistency is key, Alberto. Consistency is key, and that is so 100% right. Now, if you're looking to start food logging, if you're looking to get back into consistent food logging, guys, you've got to really make the commitment to give yourself at least 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks to get some sort of consistent habit in place. And I'll throw this out there. And again, I say nothing with judgment or,
No.
I mean, it is what it is. This is a weird time. Everybody's home right now. A lot of people have goals. We just put out goal sheets for everybody to fill out. And we had a lot of feedback, and one of the biggest things that some of the comments that I saw on some goal sheets were, I'm going to log my food every single day. I'm going to log my food every single day. And there are many people who I still haven't seen a food log from. So, I mean, from us to you, from trainers to all of you awesome people, like, how can we help you?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, we want to help you. We want to hold you accountable. But if we're not seeing logs, obviously we can't help you. We can send you messages, over and over. Hey, still looking for your logs. Hey, still looking for your logs. But you've got to make a commitment and just bite the bullet. And I don't care what you do. Put a freaking message on your refrigerator. Write it on your forehead. I'm going to log my food for the next week, every single day. I mean, you'll never get good at anything if you don't make the commitment to have some consistency at it.
And we're not even telling you to log your food perfectly.
Don't even care.
Just log your food. Just
whatever you eat. If it's 5,000 calories.
Toast, coffee,
perfect.
cheesecake, pops.
You might not see the scale move in the direction you want. It might go the opposite way. But the thing is, you've got to start making that a habit on some end, or it will never work for you if you don't.
Right.
You can't just log on Monday, then log on Thursday, and then, oh, you know what, I'm going to start next week. And there has to be some consistency in it.
And there is a little squeeze of the juice up front, but we think it's worth it. And as Diane said, I'll expand a little further on this. There's absolutely no judgment here.
No, it's totally fine.
And I say this, and people think I'm crazy when I say this, but I mean this. I really don't give a shit if you lose any weight with us. Are you healthier and happier? Are we holding up our end of the bargain? If you're like, Frank, honestly, I love your dumbass workouts and I'm good with that, you may never lose weight. I don't care. I still love you to death, and I'm going to help you be successful anywhere I can. But if your goal is fat loss, at some point you have to start putting in just a little bit more work. But again, if you do it and you fail at it, I don't care. I mean, shit, I'm not, everyone thinks it's like trainers as like Jillian Michaels in your face. Oh, yeah. You gotta log your food. If you don't log your food, I'm done with you. I don't give a shit. Honestly, this is for you. I want you to succeed. And if you doing this is gonna help you succeed, I'm all in. I'm all in. But if you don't do it, I'm never gonna make you feel bad.
Right.
Shit.
And the last thing we're doing is we're not gonna call you up and be like, you know what, you said you were gonna food log and you didn't food log. You know what?
Where's the food log? Like, I'm not doing that.
I'm not looking at him anymore.
Yeah, I'm done.
Nothing to look at.
Until you're serious, I'm not gonna.
Obviously, you really don't want this.
Yeah, no. Trust me, we all know every single one of you wants it.
Right.
Help us help you navigate through this. And the first step really is the goal sheet. Fill that damn goal sheet out. It ain't real until you put it down on paper. That shit, it's still in my eyes a fantasy until you tell 2 or 3 people who you trust who are non-judgmental. Here are my goals, and they have to be realistic.
Mhm.
If one of those goals happens to be logging your food, for the love of all that is holy, you put it down on paper. You told Diana and myself, can you please just do it? It doesn't have to even be good. If you told me your goal is to do push-ups every single day and you did one, I'm doing backflips. I'm so happy. That's all we're looking for, my friends, is progress, not perfection,
Right.
and for us to follow through on some level of what we said we were going to do.
You know what? Nutrition and eating good and loving your food, I wouldn't put it in the fun category. It's
It
not
sucks.
fun. When it comes to all 5 of our pillars, it's the worst. It sucks the most. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's easier to have a positive attitude than practice good nutrition, even in this crazy time. You know, we don't all love working out, but you know what? We can friggin' suck it up because we're gonna get some sort of instant gratification out
Yeah,
of it.
nutrition is not
When
sexy.
it comes to nutrition, it's just not fun. So you know what? If you struggle with nutrition on a regular basis, guess what, everybody? You're normal. You probably always will struggle with it. The key to getting results and keeping them long term is awareness of what you're taking in, consistency, some sort of food logging, consistency, and repeat, 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 repeat.
Again, it's not perfection, it's progress. And it's just like anything we do in life, we're just trying to get a little better at it every single day. It's everything in life.
Will you ever conquer it? No,
No,
you won't.
absolutely not.
You won't conquer it. You'll get better at practicing it regularly the more you practice it.
I-
No one ever conquers it.
I've never met a person in my entire life who's lost weight consistently, kept losing, got to their goal and stayed there. Every person has a hiccup. There are peaks and valleys. Again, you lose a shitload of weight, you may come up, you may come down, you check yourself. But that's anyone. That's any professional athlete. That's any professional bodybuilder. That's any fitness competitor. This is the world we live in. We call it undulating. You go down, you go up. All we hope is that the valleys, which are your low points in your weight, are more often than the peaks where you're going up in weight. But ultimately, you know, even some of our friends here who have lost a lot of weight and have gained some back, and they're like, oh, I'm so disappointed in myself. That you're nowhere near you were when you started. So let's just say you were 200 pounds. You lost a shitload of weight. You got down to 150. Now you're 175. You lost 25 pounds. But mentally, we beat ourselves up. And you go, I can't believe I gained 25 pounds. No. Step back, pal. You lost 25. Now, let's aim for 5. You'll lose 5. You'll gain 2. We'll lose 6. We'll gain 3. And we'll keep going down the ladder.
And I think too, we're always the hardest on ourselves. We're the first ones to beat ourselves up. You know what? I'm a loser. You know what I mean? I gained the weight back. You know what I mean? I can't do this. Well, you can because you already did. Like I said before earlier, don't hang on to those negative vibes for more than 2 seconds. Throw them out, because the minute you start feeding into that, the more of a downward spiral you're going to go in that same direction. So throw it out. Okay, you gained some weight back. Perfect. What are you going to do about it? Let's freaking move forward.
That's it.
The past is the past. Today's a new day. Let's go.
Totally. So when it comes to success, it starts with the goals. If one of your goals is food logging, which is a great tool in the arsenal, and again, the food logging it's really not a lot of work, guys. It's just consistently. It's the annoying stuff that Allen Iverson says. Practice. It's practice. Nobody likes practice, but it's something that it will be a very powerful tool in your arsenal towards conquering your fitness goal.
Yep. And really, it won't seem like work. The more you do it and the more consistent you are with it, it's just another part of your day. Just another part of your day. Just like fitness, you fit that in, it becomes part of your routine.
Fit it in. No pun intended.
Yep.
Fit it in. Anything else?
Consistency. A lot of people watching right now.
Good. Yeah, guys. I'm gonna within the thread here. I'm gonna post the tutorial on how to use Chronometer. The tutorial is literally 3 minutes. Jump on it, use it, and I'll tell you guys. Even if you say to me, "Well, I really don't like using that app. I like using the other app." Great, but the problem is we can't hold you accountable. We can't help you. And well, can I send you a screenshot? Honestly, no, guys. Just use the Chronometer, please.
Frank,
Yeah.
can you email the the tutorial too? For people like me that
Yeah.
can't look at, I'm trying to stay off of social media except for in these events. So email would
totally.
be great. It's just easier to find.
Yeah, by the way, that's anybody. If we have a list going of folks who are not on social media a lot, if you are one of these people, Deb, I'll take care of you right now, but just make sure you reach out to us, email us and say, put us on that list. It's a whole separate campaign we have going for those who just aren't on social. We got you guys too. I totally get it.
Yep.
And one more thing, everyone, before we go, try to watch the news less because that shit will fuck you up.
Yep.
All right, guys. Peace out.
Bye, everybody.
Up next, we got Keith at 2.
Keith at 2.